All right, meet recap 2024 USAPL Open World Cup. I competed as a 100 kg lifter. No masters in this case since it's the Open World Cup. I weighed in at 98 kg, went in with a goal of hitting 9 for 9, which is always a goal, but something that hasn't happened since 2017, and getting enough to qualify me for Raw Nats next year as an M1 lifter in the 100 kg weight class, which is 655 kilos. Now, that number should be a somewhat conservative number given my competition history, but about 3 to 4 weeks before the meet, right when my peaking block kicked off, I tweaked my back, wasn't able to push squats, and I wasn't even able to deadlift for a period of about 2 weeks as I tried to rehab my back and get healthier. Nothing major necessarily. This has happened to me in the past, but usually not this close to a competition. So it just threw me for a little bit of a loop. So we readjusted my plan, and the goal again, go 9 for 9, hit that 655 kg total. Because if you're unaware, starting in 2025 for USAPL, if you want to go to nationals, your qualifying total has to come from a state level or higher. So state championship, regional championship, or an international meet like this meet here. So this was a good opportunity. And given the fact that I wasn't going to go for a PR in a lift or in my total, it just made sense to go in there and build momentum, do what I had to do, get the total I needed, go 9 for 9, which is something I haven't done, and just generally feel good about training. So in some of these cases, some of this stuff is somewhat conservative. My squats were actually feeling really good today. But the problem was that even if they were feeling good, I didn't want to push it too much that it was a super struggle because that would sap me at the end of the day for deadlift. So my third moved like, in my opinion, an RPE 7, 551 pounds, felt good about that attempt. Now going to bench, I mentioned I haven't gone 9 for 9 in a while. Part of that is due to depth issues as of late, which is one of the reasons I wore heels in this meet, despite not wearing heels for any of the training leading up to it. In fact, I switched to heels 2 weeks out. Depth was one issue. The other issue was just bench strength. Like my third bench, I've failed in countless number of meets dating back to the last like 4 or 5, I think. And given the fact that my bench training has been a little bit all over the place, this was probably the lightest I've opened and the lightest I've taken on a third attempt in a long, long time. Part of me is proud for going 3 for 3 on bench, as you'll see. Part of me is embarrassed that my top bench was like 309. Like I should, even on a bad day, be able to get 315, no problem. Maybe it was there this day, maybe it wasn't. But again, the way that we set up my attempts was to get that 655 total. And if I went over or missed a lift, it would mean I'd have to change my strategy in my attempts to possibly be more or less, which then could, again, depending on how my deadlifts was feeling because I wasn't able to pull leading up to this, could really sabotage me and wreck me mentally. I'm not going to lie, like mental fortitude is something that I need to get better at. Now, in the heat of the moment here, I always do self lift-offs because this is how I train. The pause commands always feel longer, when you're on the bench, but like looking at these videos, they look pretty quick. And you can see this third bench here, even though it's 309, it did not move great. The second moved a little bit slower. So myself and Marcus from Twisted Barbell, who is also on Team Basement Barbell Club, he handled me on this particular day. We just decided it made sense to just not push these numbers, take that 2.5 kg jump on that third attempt. Now, heading into deadlifts again, wasn't sure where this was going to go. First attempt moved really, really well. I have been called for soft lockouts in the past, so I wanted to make sure I really tried to hyperextend my knees and my back. Took forever for the first call, but it did get 3 white lights, made our standard jump up to deadlift number 2, which was 252.5 or 557 pounds. Again, pull went fairly smooth in my opinion. Really tried to make sure I extended my knees, got my shoulders back. 3 white lights on this as well. So as of right now, 8 for 8, right under that 655 kg total I'm going for. This one was a little bit of a struggle, it was a little slow, but most of my deadlifts move slow in training anyway. So I'm confident here that the weight was definitely going to go up. Just took a little while. Finished the day 9 for 9, 655 kg total, qualified for Raw Nationals. Did get 1 red light here on one of my knees, but you know what? In the long run, I'll take it. Thanks so much for watching. And in the meantime, as always, stay big.